Okay.
That was really close.
We need to get some soundproof things in here. I don't know how bad the echo is going to sound on here.
Oh,
You
I
can
didn't
fix
think
that
of that.
audio. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Side Tangent. We're here in a new apartment in the basement. So if there's an echo and we're not able to figure out why there's an echo, next episode we're gonna get better and better each week.
It'll be fine.
We have big plans, low budget plans. Yeah, Parker, what's up? Oh wait, it's your boy Jared.
And as previously mentioned, it's me, Parker. Question for you.
Time out. So we were supposed to film yesterday, right?
Yes.
And then Parker told me
No, please.
Okay.
It's not like no. I just said like I have something funny to say at the beginning of the episode. It's not that funny. It was just like, what if?
Was that what your question was going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean
and you threw off my group. My question is, what if we did like eventually? What's it called when like an ASMR podcast where we're like frying food while talking, and we call it Fried Tangent.
An episode? Comment down below if you think we should do Fried Tangent.
We could do one where we like call people and say rude things, and we call it Snide Tangent.
Oh, snap. Or if we just eat a pie, it's like Pie Tangent.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, you do good.
You didn't like my idea? You didn't seem too excited about my idea.
No, I mean with the rhyming.
You want a haichu?
Yeah, I would love a haichu. Do you know what?
I didn't know that was in my pocket till just now. It's from today, though.
Oh, wait, I forgot. This happened last time. I'm putting it down. I'll have it later. I'm not going to be messing with the wrapper right by the mic. I found out, though, that apparently that, so haichus from Japan started in the 80s.
I'm not gonna say like that.
They started in the 80s because like some guy was like, well, gum's popular, but in the Japanese culture we don't want to take it out of our mouth.
Okay.
So that's where haichus came around. And I don't know if they like had been in America this whole time or just got a huge surge in popularity, but they were really popular in Utah. There's more Utah than anywhere else in America because of all the...
They do love haichus out here.
Because of all the LDS missionaries that go to Japan.
That's why?
That's why, according to Wikipedia when I Googled this.
Oh.
And so when haichu found that out, they're like, oh, wow, that like we could sell this in America too. So they just, because they had never thought about it before. And apparently just like, it was so huge in Utah. They're like, I bet we could market this all over the country and it would get super popular. And so so Utah, here's the genesis of American haichu, apparently, according to Wikipedia.
Do you think fry sauce is a little overdone here? Do you think people make too big of a deal of it? Real quick, fry sauce for, I don't know anyone who's listening to this who doesn't know what fry sauce is. It's just mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together.
I think it's maybe a bit overdone now because it's everywhere, but they'll call it other things like Heinz has
Mayo
like,
chup.
Yeah, exactly. Like
dumbest name ever. Come on,
like
Heinz. Like come on.
I get why like people in Utah made such a big deal because it's like, you know, like we don't have a lot of like state things to be like,
fair enough,
we're cool, and that was the thing that we thought we were cool about, but now it's just everywhere, so it doesn't really matter. Do
you think the stereotype of like, because I know a lot of this has to do because of church functions, like a lot of these things come about like,
I don't know,
we're really into Jello or funeral potatoes and stuff.
Yes.
Do you think that has ran its course, or do that?
Well, I still like the Jello one. I know is true statistically, or at least it used to be. I don't know if it still is. But the funeral potatoes, I think that's like the same could be said of the Midwest. Anywhere where there's a large amount of like religious communities that have like food functions, there's probably going to be like hot dishes and stuff.
Fair enough.
So I don't know if that one's accurate to say for Utah. The Jello one, I don't know why I don't know if that's still statistically true, but there is a lot of Jello in Utah.
Do you like Jello?
I did up until I got really sick, and all I could keep down was Jello. So now,
it's disgusting.
No, I just associate.
When I got
Jello
my wisdom teeth out, I drank a lot of milkshakes and smoothies and stuff. You would think that'd be awesome. After a while, I wanted to throw up.
No, it's so fair.
Like it's too much.
When I had my wisdom teeth removed, I played a farming game from the 90s and Harvest Moon 64 for those who know. And I just played that for hours and hours. Got a lot of money from wheat or corn. I can't remember what I farmed.
Did you even know what your own harvest was?
Well, that was like years ago.
Pathetic. You don't
Jared,
even know.
You had things you wanted to ask me today.
Did I?
I thought you did. You
I
made it
guess
sound
not.
like you did.
Actually, I mean, I asked you this question already, but it's a fun question that we were talking about a lot, trying to figure it out. If you could be on any game show, which game show that you think you could have the best chance of winning? Nope.
Please.
No, there's nothing wrong with my voice. This
No,
is how I talk.
This is for the
Do
audio.
you expect me to fix your speech impediment?
This
is how I talk. sorry.
It was perfect because it was.
That was too far. I'm
there was
sorry.
silence that I could have cut out, but now I had to keep.
My uncle texted me. Shout out to my uncle Jeremy because he's been listening. He's been listening a lot. He texted me like every time an episode drops. He's been texting me, and he's like, "I have only been listening. I haven't actually watched the video yet, and I thought Parker was a short Asian boy."
That's funny because
it's far from it.
It's funny because as alluded to, I have a speech impediment.
Yes.
And most of the time now when I talk to people and they first hear my voice, they assume it's an accent. And like most often it's like Germany, the Netherlands, or Ireland or Scotland. That's people's first assumption. And I had to be like, no, actually it's a speech impediment and everyone feels awkward. I've gotten like South African like twice. And I've gotten South Korean like 5 times. So
yeah, it's never fails. You know?
Never fails.
Do you feel like this might be a deep question? You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but like, do you feel like does it like bother you to this day, or have you made peace with it? Like, do you feel insecure about it? I guess
I don't feel insecure about it because I don't hear it in my ears.
To me, it sounds normal. Like, I don't even think about your speech unless I'm joking about it.
But I don't hear the speech impediment. Like it's only until we're like recording this podcast I'm like, oh, that's what I sound like.
Oh,
but I don't know. At this point, like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm. You can actually understand what I'm saying, unlike childhood me. And the people that I like, my friends and family and wife and stuff, they think it's fine.
Yeah.
Or at least can ignore it.
I don't until I say something. I don't really think about speech impediment. I think we all sound different on camera than we do. My voice in my head when I'm talking sounds deeper than when I hear it on camera. When I hear it on camera, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm really yeah. It's just I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't know why you brought this up.
Well, okay. Either way, I at this point I just think it's funny because now it just gets me in very funny situations where people usually assume it's an accent and then.
You know what's funny? I asked you a question. We didn't touch the question at all.
Well, you did that.
Yeah, I did.
So,
but this is it's side tangent with Parker and Jared. So this is a team effort.
I like your question though because it's not just which game show would you want to be on, but which one do you think you have the best chance of winning?
Yeah.
If I understand right. And I'll be honest, because we were talking about it before. I feel like I'm such a basic person because I feel like there's not like Wipeout seems like a decent suggestion, but I would totally be out in the first round.
The first round's tough because it's made to wipe out. Like you have to.
Yeah.
Like you can't just because sometimes they just time it where away like you're gonna fall. I don't think I've ever seen someone make it to the end without falling. And if they do, I feel like they should be on American Ninja Warrior. But my Wipeout's a good one because I think you could luck your way into it. Like just get lucky.
What if I think we talked about this before, but American Gladiator. But
it's the dumbest answer, dude.
But the little Q-tips they give me,
right?
I fill it with concrete.
Keep going. Okay.
And I win. Or a taser.
But you can't. Wait.
Pepper spray.
You can't. If it's filled with concrete, you're not going to be able to move it that fast.
Well, it's not like you can move them fast anyway. They're like very unwieldy.
So adding more weight to it is going to make it better for you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So then if I do then I'll hit harder. Or if that doesn't work, I'll make it really
heavy.
What
I thought was funny is the gladiators were essentially just bodybuilders. So there's nothing about them that necessarily means they're athletic by any means.
Well, they're still more athletic than the average person.
Well, for sure. Like they will work out and stuff, but like you know what would have been really scary? Not just like like these like bodybuilders. If it was like CrossFit or something that do like all these like workout stuff, so they don't necessarily look, but from American Gladiator, they looked intimidating.
They did look intimidating and oily.
Like the first one that comes to mind is the guy with the long hair. You know who I'm talking about?
I only remember the Q-tip guy, and now I can't even remember what he looked like. I knew he was blonde though.
I don't know.
He might have been. Either way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I think I could do good on Fear Factor.
Yeah, I think you could too. You don't have a fear of heights?
I'm slowly starting to develop. No, but it's slowly emerging, if you will.
So
I
you're
think I'm
more
starting
and
to
more.
get. Well, it's not that I'm afraid for myself. I'm afraid for my wife. Like I'm becoming like a helicopter husband. I don't know what to call it.
What does that have to do with fear factor? Or what is it? Wait,
Well,
what do you
you
mean?
no, you just
Sorry, I know.
you
What do you
asked,
mean
am
by
I
that?
fear of? Do I have a fear of heights? And if I'm like flying a plane or in a tall like hiking a giant mountain, which we've done and it's miserable with Lindsay, then I'm scared of heights because she could potentially fall off. But in this
That's so sweet.
hypothetical, if I was by myself,
That's so sweet, dude.
if I was by myself, I'd be like, it would have been like when we were in college, and I feel like we did a lot of dumb, dangerous things. But you're like, it's fine.
Like what? What did we do?
Okay, well, you okay? When I
didn't
did,
mean especially, but I'm like, I don't remember.
well, I
doing
can't
anything that
remember
crazy.
anything in college. Okay, when
We
I
didn't.
did dumb
We didn't do
things,
anything that crazy.
when I did dumb things in high school.
Yeah, you're how people picture college is how you lived high school. I feel
Okay,
like
okay.
in
when
college
I-
we didn't do anything.
various illegal entries and lighting myself on fire and such stuff like that was not smart
You lit yourself on fire?
on accident. I don't know if
No,
there's
dude, I've known you for 5 years now. We've been
No,
best
okay.
friends for 5 years, and every time you tell me about something in high school, it's always something new about you. Like
So-
I'm like, who the freak are you? Because I thought you were the most mild mannered person, and then
I
you tell me about
was.
how life was in high school.
So a few times I lit myself on fire. It's several, but usually it was just doing something like dumb, like trying to like stomp out a fire and it like blew up
Okay,
and stuff,
okay.
or like welding and I caught myself on fire. But there was one time we had like a very I don't know it was a kind of tree that was very easy to hollow out. Like you could just do it with a Swiss Army
Okay.
knife, and so I would make like blow dart guns.
Okay,
And I would just put a match in, light the match, and then shoot it out, and then it's cool because I'm like shooting
Right.
fire. I was like, well, I've shooting out one match at a time. That's pretty cool. What if I shot out like 20?
idiot,
So
dude.
well, the worst part was it wasn't like a long blow dart. It was like I don't know, like the length of
Yeah.
a phone or something, way too close to my face. And so I put it right there. I put like 20 matches in. I lit it. The flame immediately, like a huge flame, went all over my face, singed my face, gave me like blisters on my mouth and stuff. Luckily, it didn't get too hot though, because I immediately gasped, like. So
you sucked it in.
all the matches went out, and then all that smoke went down. And it's just like
So you just smoked.
I just smoked. I was like coughing. For
Wow, are you
the
addicted
next 50
now?
minutes. No, because it's just matches. I don't think there's anything.
Okay, just good to know. Good to know you're not addicted.
I don't know if this is true because I don't smoke, but I worked for a bit on a tobacco farm, and
What the freak, dude? Where?
in Kentucky.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
where are
in
you?
Kentucky, and so but I was talking to the guy who ran the place, and he's like, "I'll be honest, like I don't smoke at all because this stuff is disgusting." Which I was like, trying to sell it to me, but he was like, "Cigarettes, there's like, like they basically just turn the tobacco plants into juice, and then like put the paper inside the juice, but they just like not actual any tobacco. It's just like the tobacco chemical in the cigarettes." We should cut this whole thing out because this is stupid.
It's not stupid.
The tobacco bit, because probably everyone else outside of Utah knows that.
Well, yeah, we don't know that. So what if our
Okay.
listeners don't know that?
You know what? That's fair.
This is educational. This is an educational
If you're
piece.
a recreational smoker, or better yet, if you're in the cigarette making industry, I actually think it's really cool. I would like to.
Yeah,
learn
smoking
more.
is cool, guys.
I-
Kids, smoke. It's
If you
cool.
like it.
That's what according to Parker. Go and just smoke.
What else do they do in Fear Factor besides eating bugs and touching spiders and heights?
Well, they do a lot more extreme things, like maybe on a moving vehicle of some sort. The ones that the things that freak me out, it's not the bugs, but it's the volume of them that sometimes, or when they're doing
Sure.
things that involve like you might be drowning and something like that.
But there's no way you'd be in actual danger, right?
You're right, but I don't know if my mind could. My favorite thing about this whole thing is you picked like the craziest shows where you could have done like Deal or No Deal,
Well,
where you can win by luck.
I know I wouldn't.
Why? There's no skill involved.
I we had like a Deal or No Deal board game growing up, and I hated it because like the stress of knowing that I absolutely have like just the $1 case, and then like you, because whenever you play Deal or No Deal, you always like open the $1 million box like immediately, and then it's just a slow, shameful rest of the game.
You just start getting all the high numbers.
Yeah, you're just
on
like
Howie Mandel's just like,
Yeah.
ooh.
we
You know Meghan Markle married to Prince something?
Harry.
Prince Harry, thank you.
Do you know how I know this?
Why?
Because yesterday I had to ask the same question to Lindsay 3 times the same night.
See,
I was like,
everything happens for a reason. You need to
Yeah.
ask that question so we can have this conversation right now.
we were watching The Crown,
Oh, okay.
and I can remember Harry's name.
Gotcha.
But 3
Anyways,
times.
Meghan Markle was one of the girls holding the briefcase. That's literally all I was
Really?
trying to get
Wasn't
at.
she also in?
Suits?
Yeah.
And that's all I know where she's from.
The royal family must like hated whenever their members date Americans.
Wasn't that part of the drama? I don't keep up with the royal family drama, but isn't that a part of the drama with
So
Meghan and Harry?
I've learned this now from watching The Crown, but Queen Elizabeth's uncle was the rightful king, but he started dating this American like celebrity lady, but she had gotten a divorce, so the
Okay.
Church of England wouldn't let him marry her. So he like
Okay.
abdicated and stopped being a king. And now, if you look at it, Prince Harry is married to Meghan Markle, and they've just left the royal family. They've exiled themselves.
That's wild.
It's because of Princess Diaries.
Like with Anne Hathaway?
Yeah,
I haven't
we
seen
know what to do if any of us, if you or I start dating one of the princes.
We're both married men.
The
princes?
The princes.
Oh.
Then we'll know Anne Hathaway would want us to leave, to not be stuck with tradition and those royals, but live for ourselves. So we'll.
Yeah.
So you, Harry, and I will
Yeah.
leave and just like have a getaway cottage in Canada, and we'll have like a little bookstore. Anyways, Fear Factor.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what? This bit's gone on long enough. My answer is Family Feud, and I know the exact family members I pick. Oh, what? Go ahead.
I want you to go into detail of why Family Feud would work for you.
We played Family Feud a lot. Like the video, like there's like different video games and stuff that you can play. We played a lot, but I would, if I had my entire extended family, I have my team in mind of who I would pick. But I'm not gonna say it out loud because my family watches this. But I know who would be on my team. I know who wouldn't be on my team. So
how like
they can ask me separately.
How do you have a winning strategy for Family Feud, or is it just really,
it's just more of like how like it's. I think the key to Family Feud is you got to think of how other people think, because the way that works is they survey people, and so like for one, like I've seen one where the question was who's the best rapper.
So because I don't watch a lot of Family Feud, are they surveying your family or everyone in the audience?
No, they survey just people, like random people. So they've done the research ahead of time, and they bring back surveyed 100 people, and this is what they said. So it's more of like, it doesn't matter if you think what you think the answer is. It's more of like what you think. What would 100 people say the answer is?
Sure.
So it's like, what is like the most popular piece of furniture in a house, right? And then so it's like, if you've seen multiple houses that have like the leg lamp from Christmas Story, but like you know that the majority of people aren't going to say the leg lamp. You don't want to say that. I don't know why that was my first guess, but I actually think it was supposed to, anyways. So it's more like the people on my team are people I think would understand what other people would think the most.
Okay. So just
a good knowledge. That's a strategy. Okay. And then you also need people that can think quickly on their feet.
That's where I would fall apart, as we can just see with my inability to finish the sentence. Yeah. So you shouldn't pick me.
And then you got to be able to perform. Like you got to be able to. You're standing in front of people. You're standing in front of Steve Harvey. You got to be able to perform under pressure.
I'd be staring at that mustache. I wouldn't. Yeah. Try to get anything across.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't.
That's fair.
So yeah, Family Feud would definitely be one I would pick. We've learned about the floor. I need to check that out. Where you pick like a category. I need to figure out what my category would be, but that'd be an interesting one.
For those who don't know, the floor is like, you basically get a lot of people, and you can basically like 100 people on this floor, like this checkerboard thing, and each of you are an expert in one field of study.
Yeah,
and it can be anything. It can be like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It can be geography. It can be chemistry.
Someone was like nepo babies.
Yeah, nepo babies, and basically like you just keep challenging each other in your specialty until there's just one person left.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what my special would be. It'd probably be something like an anime that I've watched. That's the only thing I know that I know a lot
like
about.
Beyblades, if you want to know how much Jared knows about Beyblades, go to our previous 2 episodes. Well,
yeah.
the Beyblade part 1 and part 2.
Yeah,
episodes.
I think it's 11 and 12. Those are the
Yeah.
episode numbers. I don't think that's true, actually. Anyways,
It's there.
I don't know what episodes we've done.
It's like probably like a little flick of the finger down.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what
I'm done with this game show. We've talked about. We've been on. This
Wait,
game
no,
show
I want to talk about.
You want to keep talking
because
about
now
it?
you're having me think of game shows that I used.
Okay,
to watch.
this whole episode, you had things prepared.
Not really.
Okay,
It was just things about game shows because.
Okay, let's keep talking about it then.
And I forgot. Okay.
You
No. The reason I'm hesitating is because I forgot that there was something that I wanted to preface with you before we started, because I know you'll make fun of me.
But so we're gonna go back to the beginning.
No, but I forgot to do that, so we'll just see what happens.
Yep, that's the entire show.
So we had a conversation earlier today where I couldn't remember a random game show. I was like, I swear I saw a game show on TV once where like they gave you money and then LeBron James chased you. Turns out they all said I was crazy. Turns out I'm sort of right. It's called $1 Million Mile.
Yes.
Only had 2 episodes because of how poor the ratings were. It was produced by LeBron James.
Okay.
I think. Tim Tebow was like the host, and they basically had like 6 crazy athletes from across the world, and they had this mile-long obstacle course in LA, and they would send someone off, and then they give them like a 15-minute. No, that can't be it. Like a 1-minute head start. Okay. And then send the athlete to, and if they like caught up to you, then you lost out on the money.
It only lasts 2 episodes. That sounds very entertaining.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Do you? Well, I personally don't think I could outrun anyone.
No, I know
anyone remotely. That might have been why. There's no way no one won.
Fair enough.
Unless you started getting like, I don't know, like high school students, even then.
Yeah, if it was like me, how I am now, no way. No way.
But going down this whole thing of like, did I imagine? I was like, I need to start looking at other random game shows from my past to like see if I'm remembering anything wrong. First off, I need to, because I wrote these down because I forgot about them.
Prepared man, we like that.
I don't even remember. I remember people talking about this one. Never watched it myself. Have you heard of The Chamber?
No, what is that?
It was in 2002. I think only a few episodes. It's like Fear Factor, but pain based.
Oh, what the fuck?
I know. They would have a doctor there on set to make sure no one got hurt, but they would like.
Yeah, no wonder this didn't last.
They would electrically shock you. They'd like do really hot stuff, really cold stuff. It was basically just
really hot stuff. That's how.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think they had like dry ice or something, but there's no way they would actually touch you with dry ice because that would like remove your skin.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. You can boil someone, so I don't know what it means. The only one I remember talking about is like electrically shocking people.
That's no wonder that didn't last.
And
the 2000s, like before 2010. Wow. Shows.
Well, speaking of that, another 2000s game show was one called Hot or Not, where you would literally just attractive people, I think, would like go up on the stage, and then just the judges would like break them down. It's kind of like face maxing or whatever. That's the thing now, where you like categorically like tear someone down, be like, you're not attractive for this reason, this reason, this reason.
I could not.
So
I could not.
I was like, because I was like, I can't remember if I remember the show or not. I remember people talking about it. So I was looking at an article at work. And it's just had like this buff, mostly naked man with blonde highlights. And that's right when one of our coworkers walked by. I was like, Parker, yeah. Are you okay right now? Like, I know you're a little busy, but do you have a second? I was like, yes.
Was it your manager?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I would have been more comfortable as my manager because he would have thought it was funny, but it was someone else's manager.
Dude, no way.
I was like, yes, let me save this for later. And
you save it under Parker's little folder.
Parker's
happy little folder.
Oh
Dude,
my
there's a
gosh.
guy that sits by you at work. What's up, guys? Hate to say this, we unfortunately lost half of the episode due to some technical difficulties. So cutting it a little short this time, but we'll be back full episodes next week, every Thursday. In the meantime, comment down below what game show you think you have the best chance of winning if you were to enter it. Love you guys. Catch you guys next week.